Good morning everyone. My name is Laura Stranks and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Welcome to my video today. This is going to be a rather quick card. It's not too difficult to do. Stands up nicely if you want a little decoration on your desk. It does stand when you pull it a bit. Doesn't take too long to do, so my video will be a little bit quicker today. Just to mention my Facebook group, it's just gone off the face at the moment. I've got 1,700 members in there at the moment. I've been sharing a lot of my ideas around, and I've had a lot of response from it, and thank you to everyone who's joined into my group. My channel today is, if you wish to subscribe, if it's the first time you're watching, it's called Creative Gems, and my Facebook page where I put my class cards and any others besides my video cards, they go into my Facebook page, which is Cards by Laura. So we shall get on to this one. It's called an Inside Step Fun Fold card. So, and I'm going to do it in different paper today, so you can watch along with me. So our main pieces, I've got my usual measurements here as I put them up every time. My base colour, I've got it's 11 by 4 1/4, and I've scored it already in half at 5 1/2, so that's already done for us. My basic white piece, which is the inside step in here, it measures 9 1/4 by 4, and I've already scored that. I'll tell you the score measurements for that in a minute. My front panel, which is the DSP, I'm using the Daisy, what's it called again? Fresh as a Daisy. I've used this quite a bit. I love this colour. That's Moody Mauve and Bubble Bath on those. Basic white for the front circle. I've already cut that piece out. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I've just got these little mats here. The circle that you're going to cut out, the two dies that we use for the cutout pieces on the front, it's the largest stylish shaped circle and the second largest one. The largest one gets cut out of the actual base part, and then the white piece is cut separate. I'll show you how to do those when we get to it. And then this little decoration piece in here at the front of the step, that goes in there. That's 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and the DSP is 1 1/2 by 3 1/2. We'll put those on when we get to it. Some embellishments. I've chosen today these tinsel gems. The colours on that, it doesn't tell you the colours on those, but I'm using these greeny colour ones, whichever they are. I'm not sure what colour they are now. It doesn't tell you on the pack the colours, but they go nicely with the paper. And some scrap white for the flowers and leaves. We'll get to that and for the greeting. So I'll push that aside and we shall get started. Now I'll leave this up here for you. I've already scored this in half at 5 1/2. Just make sure it's nice and centered and even on the sides. We'll push that down. My DSP piece for the front, that will go on there, and we're going to stick it down, but not in the center, because I want to die cut that. I'll die cut it over the back on my little table, otherwise it will rock my camera on here. So I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to stick it down around the edges, but not in the center. I've got this is a repositional tape that I buy from, I get it online. I haven't had to buy it for years because it lasts me forever. And I use that in the center just to hold the center, and it's one that will rub off. It's not a permanent stick on it. I'm going to use my stamp and seal for this one. We'll just put a strip around the 4 sides. This doesn't always run out nicely for you. It's not too bad today. It's very cold here today. Hard to get going. I don't think these flowers go any particular way. So this is the front of my card. I'm going to center that on there. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to put a little bit of this in the center just to hold it, and it will come up when I go to cut it, because we're not going to use that DSP piece that's cut out. I'm centering that on there, just around the edges, and then the largest circle shape, stylish shape die, I'm going to center that in there and cut it out. I'll just be back in one sec. When I run it through the machine, I'm only going to run it to there. If I go, all the plates will only go to there as well. Otherwise, you end up leaving a crease at the back of your card where you don't want it. I'll be back in one sec. Just have a cup of tea or a little drink while you're waiting for me. I won't be too long. I'll just move the plate so it's not going to cut the back section. Trying to center it as well. I've already cut the white piece that goes in the center of this. It's just a straight cut, and I've decorated it as well. So you're going to pop that piece out, and as you see, I didn't get any crease line across there. When I put the top plate on, I only put it to there, and then I only wound it to there as well, so you don't get that crease. Take this piece out, and you do need the back Moody Mauve piece, but not the DSP. So we'll just gently pull that up, which it's going to get covered. So this repositional tape, it doesn't like being pushed down, so now I've gone and pulled that a bit too much, but that's okay. Actually, that'll be fine. We won't see that because I've got these flowers to go over the top. Just be careful when you pull it up. I've torn that a tiny fraction. Actually, I'll just put a little bit of glue under that. We won't see it. You don't really need that repositional tape in the center. I did it on the other card that I did. That's better. It's not going to show. I've got the overhang of the flowers, so I'll make sure I put them down where you can't see that little bit of a tear. All good. So that's that piece, all ready to go. Now this piece here, I've already stamped and creased it for you. You're going to score this from one end, it doesn't matter which end, at 2 inches, 4 inches and 6 inches, and then fold a mountain, and a valley. And I have stamped in this section here. If you fold that under like that, you can stamp without stamping somewhere else like that. And I've stamped down the edges of this bigger piece, that will be the piece that sits down the bottom, just to give it a little bit more dimension on the card. So that will sit like that in your base. I'll put that one back over there. And we're going to decorate this front piece here with this piece of DSP that goes onto the Moody Mauve mat. Oh, I used the repositional tape. I wonder why it went on so easily. We'll just go around with that one. I've just picked up the first one that I came to. That's better. The other one might end up lifting up. So just center that on your mat there. It's got plenty of stick on it with the other tape underneath. And this one will go the third one down, the third section down. This is your top section here. This will be down on the base. So we'll put that repositional tape away so we don't pick it up again. And just adhere that to the centerpiece. This is a fairly quick card, so I think my last couple of videos have been quite long. So I thought I'd do a little quick one today. Center that on there. Then we'll put that one up there. We'll do the decoration piece last. This piece here, the longer section here, the end of it, these are the 2-inch score lines here. This one will go down here and we can stick it on first. Just have an even border. It's a 1/8 inch border all the way around there. So I'm just going to stick that down, and you can do all 4 sides on this piece. When you get to the top, I'll show you, you don't want it on all the way around, otherwise you'll end up sticking your feature panel down. But this one's fine to do the lot. Make sure you've got it up the right way. I'm going to center that down the bottom and even around the sides, like so. The little stamped image here in the bubble bath, that's out of that Cheerful Daisy set. All the pieces I've used today are out of this set. It's this little stamp here. I've just stamped off and put a nice light pattern around the edge there. Now this one is going to sit here, and it's going to sit up like that. But as you can see, you don't want it glued down in here. So you're going to make sure that you only glue on the 3 sides, not this top side. You could come up the sides here, but not across here. Don't put your glue all over this piece, otherwise it's going to end up stuck here where you don't want it stuck, if you get my drift. So what I'm going to do, the easiest way, is put on 3 sides. I might use my liquid glue here, so I've got a little bit of wiggle room. So I want down this side. Just keep testing it. You don't want it along that bottom side, you want it along here. Move in a bit and up here. And I'll show you a little trick. You can lift in the center there and put a little bit more in the center. This should be enough to hold it anyway. So what we're going to do is fold that back like that and close this up on it. And then I think I did put the glue in the wrong spot. We'll just give that a wipe off. I kept looking at it and then I did it wrong. So I'll just wipe that glue off there. It's on the wrong, it should be down this bottom edge. That's what I mean if you do it wrong. The best way to get glue off, if you've just done it, as you saw, I wiped it with a bit of paper towel, and then I just get my buddy and run over that, and it takes the stickiness off it. It's all right down these sides, and I need it to go. I need my little rubber because I've got some glue there. That's better. And then I need it along this bottom edge. So the first bit I told you, don't worry about. Goes along this edge here. So 2 sides and the bottom edge. That will make sense. So I'm just centering that so it's back where it should be. Over a little bit. And then close that shut. That there you won't see. I've made a couple of little rough bits there, but we'll cover that later. And that works like so. Now you can put a little bit of glue down in under there if you wish. Just, I think I can get it up a little bit. It doesn't really matter. It's glued on the side. I'm not going to try because I'll end up mucking it up. So we'll just leave it like so. So that's how that one sits. Then when you close it up, this one here will sit in here, but you only want it on the lower half. Where have I gone? I've stamped on that as well. That's okay, because you'll see it on the side edges. So as you can see here, it sits in, you pop it back into the, oh, that's why it's not fitting. This has got to go on it as well. So that will go on there. A little bit, I think it's the cold weather. Makes me think backwards, I think. We'll get there. And because it's a circle, you can just keep turning it around to wherever you want to put things. Circles are the best dies to use for greetings, because if you stamp it crooked, well, there's no crooked on a circle because you just turn it until it's straight. I learnt that from a friend a while ago. If you're a beginner, stick to circles for your greetings, because then it's not going to end up crooked. So that's that one there. And then you're going to slot this in here, back into the hole where you cut it out. And we're just going to glue on this piece here. So it's not going to affect the mechanism of the card. So just down the bottom, pop that back in there and stick it down. I'm hoping those flowers don't affect the opening of the card. No, they're fine. It's a little bit catched there, but we can lift them up. Try and keep your flowers in the perimeter of the card. That could have gone over a little bit. That's fine. It'll just do a little click when it opens up. So that's that one there. And then I have a greeting to put on, which I've done separate, on a separate greeting, wherever I put it. Where did I put it? There it is. I'm going to put it in the centre of, up the top. I ended up deciding to put that one. This one here, I stamped it on the white piece as well. And that's what I mean about stamping on a circle. If I stamp that crooked, I could just turn the circle a little bit so it's straight. If it's gone on that angle, just tip it around and make it straight like so. I'm going to put this piece up on dimensionals, which I have already got out. Don't throw your other little piece of DSP away. You might be able to use that for something later on. It's quite a large piece to keep. And that's pretty much it. I've put all the decorations on beforehand, so. And this is out of that same set, Wishing You the Brightest Birthday. And I'll push that up there. Makes a nice decoration for the front. And then when you open it up, it sits like so. A little bit of overhang there. Plenty of room down the bottom to write your greeting. Got some feathery bits there. And that's all you need. That's quite a simple card, but nice and effective as well. A little bit of feathery there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. And I shall catch you all again next week. Have a lovely week and stay safe and well. And bye for now. Bye.